Welcome to Seed Friday, everyone. So today's Seed Friday is don't push it. So I was on a flight on yesterday, and one of the flights that I was on, I met this gentleman, right? And this gentleman somehow within the maybe 5 minute conversation, that we had, the gentleman somehow started talking about trips and whatnot. And I don't want to give too much information, but the gentleman traveled all over the world, he mentioned, and have gone to, I think he traveled to every state within the U.S. except one state. And then he mentioned that he had traveled to, it was numerous of countries that he's traveled to thus far, right? So this gentleman had mentioned to me that he was not a believer of Christ. And the statement he made before that was he's read the Bible and he's read other literature he had mentioned, and he says, but I get nothing from it. He said, I get nothing from it, right? And I said, oh, well, I said, I've had my doubts. I said, I was raised in the church, raised up going to church all my life as a kid. And I said, throughout life, I said, I had questions and I had some doubts about some things. And I didn't necessarily go into the detailed portions of certain encounters that I've had or any encounters, but I did mention a vague statement. And I said, with the doubts that I've had, I have had encounters with God. And there was one in particular encounter that I had with God. And this was at the beginning of my walk with God, my personal relationship walk with God. And I told him, I said, and that one encounter, it changed my entire life. Now, I've had other encounters after that, which changed how I look and see things, which changed my life as well. But I said that first encounter that I had with God, I said it was life changing, and it took care of that doubt that I had about those certain things. And I said, yeah. And then the gentleman mentioned, he made a statement and said, well, I don't have anything against people that believe that kind of stuff. And I said, okay. And I said, I don't have anything against people that don't, people that haven't counted. Wait, what did I say? I said, I don't have anything against people that don't believe, that's not a believer of Christ either. And so I just I just listened and just stopped talking. And I just want someone to know, I want everyone to know that hears this, that it's okay not to have any answers. It's okay not to have, anything else to say at times, because you don't want to push it. At the end of the day, the Holy Spirit is there to lead and guide you, right? And if you have nothing to say, if the Holy Spirit gives you nothing, then there's nothing more to say. You just sit there and be either a listening ear or tune it out or whatever. The gentleman that I was talking to and sitting next to on the plane, he wasn't disrespectful. He was a nice young man. But at the end of the day, we can't push what we believe off on other people. Now, if they're curious about something, or if they have questions, and they open that door, then that's our green light to answer whatever question or shed some light or some wisdom on whatever they may be asking. But at the end of the day, don't push it. It's not worth it. It's like fighting a battle that it's not yours to fight. So I prayed for him in the spirit to myself, and I asked God, to be with him, which I know he is. I know he will. But at the end of the day, don't push it. We're not God, and that's one thing we have to remember. We're not God, and that's for God to take care of. And if he doesn't give you anything to say or lead you to say anything, or to do anything, don't say anything. It's okay. We don't have to add any more to our plates than we actually need to. So yeah, that's what I got for Seed Friday today, guys. Until we meet again, I love y'all. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe to Voices of Substance on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And remember, if you don't you're not going to have the answers to everything. And if you don't have anything to say, don't push it. I love y'all. Y'all take care.